Good early summer morning to you. Let's have a little tour around what's happening in the gardens here at Across the Fence Farm, at least on the north side. So we have some strawberries that are done. We have some great little green onion starts that came in thanks to some cuttings, veggie scrap cuttings. All of these onions are from veggie scrap cuttings, i.e. just cut off the root end of your green onion and put it in some water, let it sprout up, and then plant it again. You have never-ending green onions. You can see my videos and shorts on that, not only with onions, but also other veggies, so check it out. Strawberries, they are done producing this year. We have a fine specimen of a tomato. It's got some blossoms coming out here, about to burst out, and another variety of tomato that has blossoms already showing, and lavender that is just about done, although the bees are still drinking a bit from it here and there. There's one right there making the rounds. Little honeybee. And the beautiful Crocosmia. Oh, one of my favorites because it's such an attractor. Had a beautiful black and yellow butterfly just gorging itself on the Crocosmia a few days ago. I don't know which variety it was because I have to look that up. I'm not as well versed in identifying my butterflies as I am some other creatures and plants. And some beautiful native Columbine in there, the bit of orange. That's mostly done. The seed pods are starting to a little bit dry, after which they will then pop open and distribute their seeds. Spirea bushes, which desperately need trimming this year, let me tell you. And we have the wonderful bok choy. I did a short on that recently, talking about why I let this go to seed, because look at all these seed pods, each of which has at least 7 to 10 seeds in them. So lots to share with other gardening pals, and certainly to keep for myself. More strawberries. All done, sending out the runners. And you're going to see my funky containers all around that I use to collect water when I use the sprinkler. And this lovely gem of a leek about ready to pop its blossom. Lovely collards. Yes, collards. More collards. Collards are so great. They are a fabulous source of calcium. These got started a little bit late, thus they're a little small, but love them to make wraps and to cook down as greens as a side dish. Yum. And then you're going to get the real view. There's no fancy here. Look at these beautiful fireweeds that I've let come in just on their own, but these are great salad greens. The leaves and the flowers are edible as well. Super sweet. And we have the ladder for enjoying blueberries from the neighbors' trees. They might as well be blueberry trees. And the volunteer St. John's wort, which is such a great herb. There's really not that many flowers this year in what I have here to even do an infused oil, but they're just wonderful. They've got a huge old native bee over here sucking on this St. John's wort flowers. It's just so important to have these flowering, even if they're not used, quote unquote, by us humans, to have as pollinator, because right now I don't have a whole lot in the yard that's blooming. There's some more lavender over there that has much more available yummy blossoms for the bees and other pollinators. That's a little bit behind that first one that I showed, and clearly more St. John's wort oil. And then coming into this bed, more collards that I am going to share with some pals that they can put in. And the reason I'm not concerned that these are very young plants, quote unquote, late in the season, is because collards are in the cole family. In other words, they're great for cold weather crop, and they will overwinter. And I have had collards, collard greens, collard plants that have lived through 4 seasons, and I mean 4 years, producing so many seed pods and so many greens. And I finally just pulled them out because they were, I thought, you guys have done your job. Anywho, moving on here, we've got a yummy cucumber that's getting all kinds of blossoms on it. Great pollinator attractor and feeder. Real happy with that guy. Some lovely broccolis coming on with, I think we've got actually some fruit, the flowers, quote unquote, down there inside. Starting to come up. Yeah, maybe down here a little bit. Right in here. Anyhow, some yummy butter lettuce, some green leaf, and some red sales lettuce. I've already gathered a bunch of leaves off of this lettuce. Just keeps on producing. Make sure that you just take the leaves, the outer leaves, so like these big guys, take those as your harvest. Don't take the whole plant. Just let it keep going. And yeah, these are so ready to come off the plant and go into the salad bowl and into my mouth. Yum. So yeah, do that. You don't pull, you certainly can, but then you're done. That lettuce is done providing. But you just take the outer leaves and then it just keeps going and going and going. Yeah, so that's about it on the north side of the gardens here. Lots of activity going on. Lots of activity that has gone on. Enjoy yourself outside. Enjoy yourself in the gardens. Keep those pollinator-friendly habitats coming with preferably native plants. And be thinking of not only what can they provide for you, but what can they provide for your environment and the beings that help provide us food by pollinating. Native plants are the way to go. Thanks for watching. Keep great care.